So we were in church one day, and I'm not sure what the service was about or what, who was even preaching, but I remember that after the service, I kind of looked at Jacob and I said, "I've got an idea. Do you trust me? Like, you need to drive to the complete north side of Lincoln, and we've got a mission that we've got to go on." And I said, "Just park right here in the Super Saver parking lot." And I saw a homeless man that I had seen a couple days previous that God had kind of put on my heart. And I said, that's the guy. Like, we need to go sit and talk with him and just chat about life and see how he's doing. So that's what we did.
So we were talking to this man, and we said we wanted to continue to talk to him. And he looked over and he pointed to this bridge and he said, "That's where I live. If you want to come talk to us or talk to me, you can do that there." And so then that's when we started going underneath the bridge to talk to them.
So I remember walking to the bridge, and I remember walking down the bridge for the first time, and we were actually walking down like the wrong side, and so it was very like rocky and very uncharted territory. And I was like, "Oh my goodness, what are we doing? Like, is this real? Like, is this crazy?"
Yeah, so we're going to dates underneath the bridge, just like a regular couple would.
Very romantic.
Yeah. And one day we went to go take this community a pie. So it was around Thanksgiving time, and we wanted to take them a pumpkin pie to go celebrate with them. And we got there, and everybody was gone. And Juma was the only one who was there. And so we called up my parents, and we said, "Hey, we want to bring this homeless man back to Thanksgiving," and they loved it. So again, just like a normal people would date by going underneath the bridge, a normal family would say, "Hey, yeah, bring this homeless man that you don't know and bring him to Thanksgiving." So it was a pretty great experience.
It started slowly by us bringing him a meal every now and then, or if we had leftovers, we would stop by and just see how he was doing and sit and eat with him and pray with him and talk about his life and see how he was doing. And then as we built that relationship and the trust built, we would ask him to come over. And then as he came over, I mentioned to him that he smelled, and I asked him if he wanted to shower and if I could wash his clothes.
We started asking him to come over and spend time at our house. He would end up staying the night. At one point, Laura's brother helped him get a job, and then he moved in with us.
Each step of the way for us, like I saw his need and I had the things to provide that need. And so to me, it was kind of like a logical thing. Like, I have a washer and a shower and a couch, and you don't have any of those things. Like, it doesn't make sense that I would bring you into my home and not offer you those things.
This sounds great. Helping the homeless or helping Juma is a great thing to do, and it sounds wonderful, but it's hard. And so we found out that he was severely addicted to alcohol. That pretty much ran his life, and so that impacted every meeting that we would have with him. Every interaction was changed by this alcohol addiction, and it was tough. And so Laura especially really wanted to go beyond just providing the basic needs. I mean, this man came from Sudan to us for a reason. And so she wanted to lavish him with gifts. I mean, that was the goal, is that this man is the least of these. Let's show him something that would bring him closer to heaven.
Like, I didn't see him as just like this homeless man that it was our duty to love him. Like, I absolutely loved him, and he brought us so much joy, and I thought the world of him. Like, I remember praying time in and time out that God would just give him a really high seat in heaven, because his life was so hard and he loved God.
So this May, Juma died. We did what we could. We loved him where he was. He couldn't kick the addiction, and the addiction causes death. So the story of Juma really taught me that number one, we have to cultivate a heart to serve. We have to open our eyes and our ears and our hearts to people around us. And we have to be willing to do something. So maybe others aren't called to invite a homeless man to live with them, but they're called to something. It's my job to love the people around me. That's not anybody else's job.
And I think everyone is able to love and able to serve, but I think you have to be willing, and your heart just has to be open and willing to love like God calls us to.
I think the Bible's pretty clear that we, the church, are called to love people as Christ loved the church. In that, he gave himself up for her. And so we give ourselves up for people. That's what we're called to do. And that's not a light calling from the Bible. We're commanded to. And so God will supply that. He'll tell us how to do it. He'll be there every step of the way. We just have to be willing to step into the things that he has for us.